All right, I'm back at it after what, like 2 years. I'm finally backpacking again, going to Lagos, which is in the Algarve of Portugal. It's southernmost tip, so all the pretty beaches are over there. I have a couple days off school, actually 5 days off school, so I'm going for 6 days, missing only one class. It's gonna be a good time. All right, just arrived to Lagos. It's around 10 p.m. Got my bags, we're all set. The area is looking pretty cool. I got a 17-minute walk to my hostel, but this place kind of reminds me of Búzios a little bit. And another thing that I was noticing is I like when you first get to a place because it's so new and you have no idea what to expect, and like everything looks new, like you don't know what things are and like what's where, and then once you spend some time, you get the area and you understand it a lot better. So that's something that I enjoy. Day one in Lagos. Headed to the grocery store right now. Just gonna get some water, maybe some snacks. But I'm meeting up with Pablo, who got here at 6 a.m. today. We're headed to Portimão, which is a city close by, and we're gonna rent some kayaks or stand-up paddleboards, and we're gonna paddle to the Bengali Caves, which is like the most famous tourist attraction here. Really pretty caves that have like openings in the ceiling, and you can swim in it, and like the sun comes through, and it's really cool. You've probably even like seen pictures of it. So we're gonna get that done today because today is Thursday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, tons of people are gonna come, and then Monday and Tuesday is a holiday in Portugal. So this is like a holiday weekend, so tons of people are gonna be coming here. So if we get the touristy thing out of the way, then we free up time for some more casual stuff later in the day or in the week. All right, so here we are in Praia de Benagil. It's a small little beach, but what's famous about this beach is right around this corner there's the most famous tourist attraction in the Algarve, which is Benagil Cave. And it's a cave that has an opening in the top, like the Pantheon. And the light shines through, really pretty water, and there's a beach inside that you can hang out in. So a lot of people, they will rent kayaks or boats and take them in, but we found out that you could just come here and swim. So you save like 40 euros instead of getting a boat, and we just took a swim. It's cold water, but you go around. It's literally right around this corner, and you got beautiful views. But this is day one in Lagos. I'm here with my friend Pablo and this guy Leon from France, or no, from Germany, that I just met in the hostel. Check it. You. So sick.
It's like, in English, it's like a little bit of everything.
Right? But you have no context. And so in Germany, it's really like that as well. And I love this backpacking stuff. Today we're going to do another hike with me, Pablo, and Leon. Leon's a really cool guy that I met the first day I came here. He was staying at the same hostel as me. We were like basically bunk buddies. Super cool guy, 23 years old, from Berlin. But this morning we had a really nice conversation, me and him. Just sat down. We went to the grocery store, got some breakfast, made some breakfast together, and then just sat down, had some coffee, and just talked for like 2 hours about all sorts of things, you know, about life, traveling, you know, different cultures, countries, people, psychology. And it's like those are like the coolest things to do when you're traveling, is just meeting amazing people. You know, now I'm going to be going to Berlin and visiting him, and he's gonna be showing me around. But it's just so cool the people that you meet during these expeditions. So I just want to explain this part of the video a little bit. Every single day, me, Leon, and Pablo, we'd have breakfast together. Well, Pablo, he would sleep in because he would stay out super late, so he'd wake up around like 1 p.m. But me and Leon, we'd wake up around 10, and we'd go to the market every single morning and get breakfast. The breakfast that we ate was we'd purchase 12 eggs, so 4 eggs for each person, some fresh bread that we can stuff the eggs in, and I would get my tomatoes and avocados. Leon would have his coffee. We'd go back to the hostel, we'll chef it up. We'd save a portion for Pablo, and then we get the rest. It was nice. We had a little coffee table outside that we sit at every single day, and we got the bread, and we would stuff the bread with eggs, avocado, tomato, and we just sit down for an hour talking, eating our breakfast, loving the breakfast. But since we're backpackers, we're young kids, we're trying to save money where we can, right? So for the breakfast, it ended up being like €3 for like a fat breakfast, every single morning. But it was a nice tradition that we had every single morning to sit down, talk, and kind of start the day like that. And the same thing happened for dinner as well. For dinner, we'd go to the grocery store and we get a bag of pasta, we get some pesto, and then some protein. So I'd get the tofu, they'd get some hot dogs, and we just chop it up, put it in the pasta. But it's cool because, we're like a family, us three, the trio. We were able to split the meal, and every single breakfast and dinner we were able to kind of talk and reunite, just talk about the day. And it was funny because for the dinner, it's like, okay, like we're eating dinner and then we're gonna start drinking and then go out for the night. So it's kind of like a team huddle before going out. That was the part that I'm definitely one of my favorite parts about the trip, honestly.
We always do the risky part, right? Beaches, right?
Yeah.
Like down there.
Saying that this part kind of reminds me of Torrey Pines. Last day in Lagos, going to make some pasta with my friend Leon, and we're heading to the sunset to watch this last sunset of the trip. One thing I want to say though was the mask mandate ended October 1st, which was on this trip, so it's really cool not having to wear any mask anymore. So here I am heading out, going back to the bus station. Gonna be arriving in Lisbon around 1:45, but like I said when I was first coming in, you get here, you don't know what anything is, and now I know all the back streets. I can get around like the back of my hand now. You guys, I can't believe it. After 3 days, of typing up 4 different papers for the Gilman Scholarship. I finally turned it in. Let's go! But it was so hard. I heard about this scholarship like a while ago, but you had to wait until like September to start the application. And then I totally forgot about it. And 3 days before the application was due, October like 2nd, was when my study abroad advisor told me about it and told me that the application deadline was the 5th. So I was in Lagos, going to the beach all the time, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I got the scholarship that I should apply for and hopefully, receive money for the next semester. But it required me to write 4 papers while I'm on vacation at the beach. So I mean, at least I was at the beach writing the papers and not, just stuck in the building. But man, that took a while. And it's 11 p.m., 1 hour before the application was due. Yoo! So I assume based off the videos, you kind of already realize how that week went down. It was just during the day, hiking, beach, and then at night, partying. It was fun. It was like for me, it felt like a vacation in vacation. Like going over there, I felt like I was going to like some beach week or something like that, staying there for 6 days, meeting all these people, going out every single night. And then it finished, and then I'm coming back to Lisbon. I'm like, Lisbon's already a victory for me. So that was kind of like funny just realizing that. But it was such a good time. I loved it. My favorite thing was just I felt like I was backpacking again, and it's been 2 years since I've done that. And it was just so nice being able to go to the hostels. You don't know anyone, you don't know anything. Then you go into the hostels, you meet friends, you talk about your experiences, what travels they're doing, and then you become friends and you spend 6 days with them, and then you come back, but you make friends for a lifetime. And this was one thing that I noticed when I did a backpacking trip to the Channel Islands, not the Channel Islands, the Channel Islands off the coast of Ventura County in California, and I went with a group of 10 people. It was a 2-night, 3-day trip, but after those 3 days, you become such good friends with these people because you've just had so many authentic experiences. Sunrises, sunsets, hiking for 10 miles a day, enjoying meals, oatmeal, coffee or tea in the morning, and just those experiences bond you so much, and you're not really caring about your phone or anything like that. The same thing that happens when you're traveling. Everyone's going here, they're making memories, and you're sharing those memories and experiences that are so cool, so pure, what people live for together. So for instance, I went with Pablo, who he was a good friend of mine here in the building, but just after that trip, now we're like best friends. Now we're planning to do more things together. And then the guy Leon, he from Berlin, we're like really good friends now. We're gonna stay in touch for sure. I'm gonna be visiting him in Berlin, but it was just really cool having that experience again and being able to do that. Now I'm back, and I'm going to be planning some more trips this upcoming week. I'm going to Madrid. I'm seeing one of my friends, Lauren Gazin. She's from SDSU, and she's studying abroad in Madrid for the semester, so I'm going to be visiting her. I have a trip to Luxembourg and Brussels in 3 weeks from now. But man, I'm looking at the flights at Skyscanner, and there's so many cheap flights. I think every other weekend I'm going to be sending weekend trips to different places. But I'll keep you guys in touch.